Thanks very much indeed, Kirsty. Well, as you've been hearing, of course, Britain's finance chief, George Osborne's been announcing those austerity measures that the UK have seen. It's the biggest ones they've seen in decades. Well, how does it actually compare to the measures that have been taken elsewhere? With me now is Neil Prothero. He's analyst for Western Europe at the Economist Intelligence Unit. Starting with the problem, the deficit problem, how bad a problem does the UK have compared with the rest of Europe?
A pretty serious one. I mean, last year's deficit was about 11% of GDP.
Round about Greece's.
Depending on which Greece sort of announcement you take. But yeah, similar levels and similar, probably a little bit lower than Ireland's was last year. But 150 billion, I mean, it's a lot, and it's the highest sort of since peacetime history for UK. So,
but the argument was that it wasn't as big a problem because basically the UK had a bigger economy, it was able to fund that deficit, and had some growth. So did they really need to do this?
Well, this is one of the issues, that the debate that's going now in political circles. You look at the bond yields, the borrowing costs that the UK government's facing, they're at record lows at the moment.
Yeah, one could argue, of course, that was because we've known for the last 6 months they were going to be tough on it.
Precisely. I mean, you just don't know. I mean, they were modest even when the coalition came in. I mean, if Labour had come back in with their sort of reputation for their fiscal history before that, who knows how the bond markets would have reacted. But again, the bond market sort of reactions have been a bit strange in terms of the way that looking at the US, they haven't really announced much of a fiscal austerity program, and yet their bond yields, borrowing costs are at record lows as well. And so trying to actually understand the movements in the bond markets, it's not quite as simple or as logical as it maybe it used to be 3, 4, 5 years ago.
In terms of the sort of depth of these cuts, the whole argument has been, should you do it now, or should you spread it over, say, 8 years or whatever, or a longer period and start a bit later? What's your feeling on that?
I mean, this is the path that the government has taken, that they think that in order to improve business confidence, to see a definite plan of deficit reduction over this 4 years, they think that investors and companies will take confidence from that in terms of there is a definite view. They think that growth will pick up in coming years, and they would take that in terms of announcing their capital investment decisions.
Will the growth come through? Will the growth come through?
Who knows? I mean, this is the most important area of the whole sort of plan. I'm a bit dubious about some of the forecast numbers in terms of growth looking forward. You've got to wonder in which area growth will come from. Will it come from external demand? It doesn't look that strong in other countries. Will it come from private investment? Possibly not if there's no confidence. Will it come from private consumption? Households are quite stressed out, so unlikely, I think.
Ian Prothero, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.